Your town, your station, your voice. Afternoons on Calon FM. Listen online at calon.fm.
It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show. It's the Andy Snowden Radio Show.
See you again from Oshan Jones and Dale Irving, with all the money going to Wrexham Food Bank charity last year. And every year Dale Irving comes up with another idea to support a good cause through the power of music. In 2020 he raised funds for the Unbeatable Eva campaign in honour of young Eva Williams of Marford. And last Christmas, as I say, Dale helped raise over £1,000 for the Wrexham Food Bank charity with the help of one of his pupils, Oshan Jones, who wrote the song for his late father. This year he has joined forces with the children of Boris Park Primary School to release a single called Open Your Heart in aid of the Nightingale House Hospice. In a moment we are going to hear that song from Dale and the children of Boris Park Primary School. But first off, we're going to hear from the man himself, and I caught up with Dale on Wednesday of this week, and I started asking him about how things have been since lockdown has ended.
Yeah, pretty much everyone's back in the studio now, but the Zoom thing's been quite a good thing because it gives people the option to do an online lesson if they can't make it, if the car's broke down or there's like parents' evenings and stuff like that. So it's been a good thing because it saves people missing lessons. So one good thing came out of the lockdown, I suppose, with the Zoom and that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think from your perspective, would there have been an influx of interest in wanting to pick up the guitar, especially during lockdown?
Yeah, I had a couple start from doing it across the computer. So it's not as easy doing it across the computer because you can't show them. You can't see it as well when it's on the computer, but I must have had about 3 or 4 start when I was online because they were just looking for something to do and trying to keep the kids occupied or themselves occupied kind of thing. So I did get a couple of ones over the lockdown period.
And because of this, you decided a couple of years ago to start releasing charity singles. What was the spark for you? What made you want to release a charity single initially?
Before lockdown, I used to do like just a little fun like charity CD with my students. I used to just get them to record like covers of songs and stuff like that, and then we just used to just sell it to the parents and stuff. So the quality was okay; it wasn't anything special, but it was we raised maybe a couple £100 for some charities here and there. And then when we were in lockdown, we had the Unbeatable Eva campaign that it was very sad about her. Yeah. So just to keep me busy over the lockdown, I was thinking, it'd be good to maybe do a single because I'd written a song that I was going to do with the school I was teaching at, and then obviously that didn't happen. So then we did the song over the lockdown period using some local children who sent their vocals in one by one. So we did that one, and that turned out pretty well. And then what I did, then last year I did it with one of my students, Oshan. We kind of released one of his songs, so we did a bit on that one for Food Bank. So it's just kind of gone from there really, and each time we've done it they just sound a little bit better because I've obviously learned a bit better how to do the production. And then this year I've kind of got onto a website where it pretty much gets you in touch with musicians all around the world, and so I write the music and the lyrics and everything, and then I send this guy, the drummer's actually from the States, so I send him the song and he records the drums to the song, and then he sends me that track back, and then I just put it into GarageBand. So they're sending me like proper studio quality tracks kind of thing, so to add into what I've done here.
It's so impressive really what you can do now, isn't it? Because I remember you saying back in 2020 when you were doing the Love Can Save Us Now that you did for the Unbeatable Eva campaign, and I remember you saying that you got a load of children who individually sang into some sort of recorder. It was emailed to you and you somehow arranged it, and it just sounds remarkable. Really, the result of it was incredible. Really.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar this year, really, because everything else I've been able to do studio recording-wise, and I've also worked with some session musicians and stuff, and I've kind of just done all the guitar and backing vocals and that. But I had the same thing again. I wanted the children involved, so I had to go. Boris were very good. They let me come in for like 2 days for a couple hours, and literally 2 children came in at a time. One was holding the lyrics while one sang it. Then they'd swap over, so I was recording them one by one. So, you know, some kids were quite quiet, some were loud, but everyone's added to the overall sound, and then spent all summer mixing it all in, so that took ages. Yeah. But again, it sounds really good when you got all those voices at the end. And for Christmas as well, and you've got children involved, it just sounds quite special.
Absolutely, and you can't have a Christmas song without a load of kids singing along to it, that's for sure. And last year's, let me just ask you about last year's, because as you say, it was See You Again. It was written by yourself and one of your students, Ocean Jones, wasn't it? And all the money for that one went to the Wrexham Food Bank. Were they well received, these singles?
Yeah, I mean, the song last year was written by Ocean. It was Ocean's song. I just kind of helped him put it together and do the arrangements and stuff, but it was obviously his song about his dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the hardest thing when you put these things out there is usually getting people to give it a listen, because, you know, you put stuff on social media, it's swamped with so many things. To get people to actually maybe, I'll have a click at that and I'll have a listen. So the most stressful thing I find with doing these things is like the promotion side of it, you know, get people to have a listen to it, and obviously getting the school involved with the children. I'm hoping they're going to push it a bit as well. So it's just keep getting it out there, really. I've been trying to get into contact with like the football club and stuff like that. He's just like pestering people, really, just to see if they'll, like, you know, promote it or have a listen to it and stuff. So, but yeah, it's going all right so far. And I think this is the hardest project and the biggest one I've done in terms of like production and stuff. You know, I started it in like February. So there's like 2 songs on there. There's another song called One Life, which I'm like pretty proud of as well, really. But obviously the Christmas song is going to be the one that's going to get the attention with the children singing on it. But there's 2 like really good songs on there. Well,
it's got 40 local children singing in it. It's a Christmas song, as you say. It's this year's. It's called Open Your Heart. This year's offering in aid of Nightingale House. Tell us about this one, then. Go on.
I always thought at the start of the year I'm going to donate to some charity. I wasn't sure. I thought I might donate to a couple because my father-in-law sadly passed away from cancer a couple of weeks ago. So it's kind of like I wanted to do something for a charity that would help with something like that anyway. And so I was going to split it 2 ways. But when I went to Nightingale House, they were like really supportive. Like they loved the song, and they were like, we can help you get some raffle prizes to run alongside it. And I just thought, they've been so good with me, helping me. I thought, why don't I'll just donate it all to Nightingale House. It's a local charity, local children singing on it. It just felt right just to, do all the proceeds to them, really.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And the thing of it, because I do a lot with Nightingale House, and I think the thing about that place is everybody's aware of it, but they are not aware of how much it costs to run it.
Oh, yeah. They were telling me how much it costs. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it.
Well, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's I mean, we're all in a cost of living crisis at the moment, but you think if these places aren't helped, because at some point, I mean, as you say, and unfortunately, you've lost a family member recently, and everybody, I think, in this area is gonna need it in some respect at some point. So,
exactly,
I think as if people can help in any way, shape or form, it's only a good thing. Yeah,
I mean, it's surprising, like you say, the cost of living crisis, but people are really generous when it comes to stuff like this as well. It's there's a lot of good people in Wrexham, and doing a lot of good things, kind of thing. So yeah, it's a worthy charity kind of thing, helping people in similar situations. So it's only a good thing.
Yeah, brilliant. Open Your Heart, it's called. How can people get hold of it? How much is it?
Right, so you can download it at www.daleirving.bandcamp.com. So it's £5 to download it, but you go into a draw. There's a raffle prize, and there's some really great prizes in there. There's I'm donating like a guitar and amp starter pack. Then there's another prize that I've called the Wrexham prize, which is basically Wrexham shirts, some Wrexham beers, Wrexham bobble hat. The Declan Swans has kindly signed a T-shirt. And Rob Clark, who works in Mad for Movies in town, kindly let me have one of his signed Ryan Reynolds DVDs to go in the prize fund as well. So it's so people have been really generous and stuff. So there's some really good prizes to win. 2 great songs, and it, like I say, ultimately helps a really good cause.
They are excellent prizes.
Yeah, no, I'm quite happy with them myself. I might.
You're doing well there.
Myself.
Wow, that is that.
But Nightingale House helped me a little bit with that as well. That's why I was like, oh, let's just donate it to them because they've helped me with this project as well, kind of thing. So
yeah. Fantastic, Dale, Irving. It's always a pleasure to speak to you, my friend, and I can't wait to give this one a spin. Do you want to do us the honour of introducing the song for us?
Yeah. Before I do, I just want to say a big thank you to all the children involved, especially at Boris Park School and Mrs. Wynne, who I've pestered a lot to get this project done. So this is Open Your Heart, raising money for Nightingale House.
Fantastic. Open Your Heart, Dale Irving and 40 members of Boris Park Junior School in Boris. Fantastic. And Mrs. Wynne.
Yeah, Mrs. Wynne.
Let's not forget her. Take care of yourself, pal. All the best.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Flown again, where do we begin this time? We rush to buy gifts, tick it off of our list, hold tight. Through the hustle and bustle, we get what we need just in time to hear you all say, open your heart to under
Your Heart from Dale Irving. All proceeds this year from his charity single will be going to the Nightingale House Hospice in Wrexham, an absolutely fantastic charity. To download the single, just go to www.daleirving.bandcamp.com. I'll say that again with my teeth in. www.daleirving.bandcamp.com. All the proceeds will be going to the Nightingale House Hospice campaign, and also as well, I have been asked. My good time, I've been asked to host this year's Nightingale House Christmas concert. That'll be on the 3rd of December at St Giles' church in the middle of Wrexham. Please come along if you can. Tickets are just £18 for an absolutely fantastic cause. To get your hands on those tickets, www.nightingalehouse.co.uk. Nightingale House is such an important asset to our town. It's it just goes without saying, and it is such an expensive thing to run. So please, if you can, obviously times are very hard for everybody. If you can, of course, give what you can this Christmas.
Your town, your station, your voice. Afternoons on Calon FM. Listen online at calon.fm.